Hello, people. This is Smiley Knight, and today we are playing Dynasty Warriors 2. So I've never really played Dynasty Warriors 2, so um, I'm a big Warriors fan. I've played Dynasty Warriors 3 through Dynasty Warriors 9, but I've never actually really gave this one a chance. So I have a story mode going, but I'm actually going to do free mode today, and we're going to pretend that Lubu joined Yellow Turbans. We all knew it was going to happen. It should have happened. The way of peace. But no, I was playing Muso mode on I don't know, whatever difficulty this comes
In the
with.
spring of the year 184,
And I was Ganning, and things were going good, beat Yellow Turbans, and then I got to Hulao Gate. And I really enjoyed the map layout of Hulao Gate. It's probably the best map layout, in my opinion, for any Dynasty Warriors game in regards to the Hulao Gate battle. And so it was really fun. Unfortunately, I died. However, I did get a save point, so I'm just blowing off some steam here. I think the best way to do that is to be Lubu. I mean, why not? And pretend that you're a restorer of the Han, but you're not. You're just literally the mightiest warrior to ever walk the land. So let's see what we can do with this. But yeah, like I said, this is my first commentary video, so thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like Warriors content, if you like Koei Tecmo. I'm a pretty nice guy. I have a couple Discord channels that I've joined. I don't have one of my own. Maybe in the future. I have no idea what his weapon set is like, how his moves are, his swings. I hope they're still unique as they are in Dynasty Warriors 3. But the way he's running, I have an anticipation that he does. Oh no. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is the first time I've ever played with Lubu, of course, in Dynasty Warriors 2. I've only played with a handful of characters, but yeah, I guess I was just late to this. I just started with Dynasty Warriors 3 and never looked back, only looked forward. But I mean, the classics are always great, but they always will be. But Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, and 5 are probably the staples for me. That's kind of where my childhood resembled. This is going to be an interesting take for those Warriors fans who have been fans for a while. Huang Gai is an NPC. This is actually insane. I cannot believe I'm fighting a basic Huang Gai. He's literally like so pivotal in the series, especially for Wu. But yeah, this is insane. So a couple key things that I've noticed as I've been playing, just the combat basics of this game, is how easily it is for these officers that you're fighting to regain health. It's like they just came up on a meat bun or an onion on themselves, and no one's gonna say anything about it. But I think that's funny. It's kind of cool though. It switches up the gameplay a little bit. So another thing that's kind of cool about this game as well is, I don't know if you guys saw earlier when I was fighting, I don't think it was Huang Gai, but there's an actual counter in this game, which I don't know if I've successfully pulled this maneuver off in Dynasty Warriors 3, but I remember in Dynasty Warriors 4 they have the kind of maneuver where you're able to kind of deflect and also hit your third charge attack. Which would be like right after that. Of course, Dynasty Warriors 2 doesn't have actual combos. It's kind of old school, but it's whatever. I kind of like it. But like I said, yeah, the parry or the counter is kind of cool. It's something that, like I said, we saw a little bit in Dynasty Warriors 4, but it kind of died away. It's definitely not in the new games. They're just too fast paced, but here would be an example. My bodyguards are going in on Hongdang. Here we go. Anyway, I'll just bring it up next time it happens. I think it's funny that Lulu already has so much health. I've never played with him before. I do like his moveset's kind of cool. It's a little different than Dynasty Warriors 3. I thought they kind of just... The devs for this game back in whatever it was, 2000, I anticipated them just bringing that same moveset over to Dynasty Warriors 3 and just expanding it out a little bit more, adding upgrades to weapons that you can find. Obviously the weapon hunting in Dynasty Warriors 3 is impeccable. It's probably the best in the series when it comes to actually looking and grinding and doing certain missions and objectives for weapons. So it's just kind of crazy to see where they came from this. But yeah, just before its time, truthfully. Especially with the amount of characters that you can play with. I mean, I know certain fighter games and style games have different and multiple playable character lists, but I think that's one of the key things that I find so intriguing about Dynasty Warriors games is the amount of characters that you have to choose from. So it just keeps the gameplay from being repetitive, especially when it comes to combos and different things like that. So that's kind of another big component of how I grew up on these games. But yeah, started playing Dynasty Warriors 3 when I was like in 3rd grade, and then just never really looked back, like I was mentioning earlier. But I noticed these missions in Dynasty Warriors 2 are so long. They're literally ages. One thing I was noticing when I was playing Hula Gate with Gan Ning is I came across instances, especially like against Zhang Liao and some of the actual playable characters when you see them in battle, is the ability for them to heal, like we mentioned, being able to get health so quickly and be able to regenerate it so quickly and get it back. I also think that it's interesting how scarce it is to find health in this game. I mean, not every gate captain has actual pots that carry life or health. Onions. Gotta love the onions. Or whatever they are, meat buns. I think it's actually a meat bun, steam bun. They look like onions. I don't know why I'm saying onions like that. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, definitely meat buns, steamed buns, in case you're vegetarian. Yeah, just attack ×2 out of nowhere. That's fine, as long as he doesn't get health before I can end him. Of course he gets a little bit. But yeah, just block out the haters. Sun Jian's a hater. Okay, Sun Jian's turning up on me a little bit. I like it. See, that was the counter right there. I think that move is incredibly underrated, especially when you look and see that it isn't in other Dynasty Warriors games. But it's in a lot of the newer games that, you know, Koei are trying to represent with their identity, kind of like Wo Long, like there's going to be a parry and a counter attack. Wow, Sun Jian literally just got full health. But I don't know, it kind of just, I feel like it puts a little bit more emphasis on the battle and these little battles that you have with these officers. Like, it's like a boss almost. You want it to be meaningful. And one thing that I think Koei has unfortunately got away from is this model, especially in their newer Dynasty Warriors games. So I'm interested to see in Wo Long kind of where they take that gameplay. and how they implement it into maybe future Dynasty Warriors games, because the 1 versus 1,000 method is cool, but it's only cool if it's challenging, in my opinion. Maybe that's just because of where I started with this franchise, but I just think it's a little bit more enjoyable, makes it more challenging. Like, yeah, killing 1,200 enemy units or KOs is impressive, but it's just kind of monotonous in a sense. Like, me and Sunjian are truly having a 1v1, a meaningful 1v1, which have always kind of been the case, mainly in these battles, or this game, and then of course Dynasty Warriors 3, which is kind of where a lot of my comparison with these come from. But I don't know, I think if Koei maybe came back to this type of idea, like, still big scale, 1 versus 1,000, but also, wow, won't see him again. RIP Sunjian. Way too early in the series for him. Even in ROTK, Romance of the Three Kingdoms versions of the books, how he was able to just vanish dead on a battle that I felt was important. You would just like to see him live a little longer. I thought he had a very cool character in Dynasty Warriors 6. I really liked his character model. I liked everyone's character model actually in Dynasty Warriors 6. But if I had to choose a favorite, it's probably Dynasty Warriors 3. I know that's controversial, but it's also glorified, which is kind of why I've decided to try this game out with a fresh mind. I don't have many biases to it since I've never really played it, so it's nice being able to kind of express my first impressions of it. I think we're making decent progress. It's about time to head to the main camp though, I think. Let's go ahead and claim the Yellow Turbans victorious. But yeah, like I said, I thought the challenge in this game is very admirable, considering, you know, it was a PS2 game, came out in the early 2000s. It was a big step away from the original Dynasty Warriors, which was just a kind of a classic fighting game, if you guys ever played that. I never played it. I had a PS1 for a little bit, but I never actually got my hands on it. From what I understand, the physical copy is actually pretty expensive right now. It's hard to find. I'm sure it's not hard to find, but I do know that it's fairly expensive, more expensive than pretty much any of the other Dynasty Warriors games. If you guys are looking on PlayStation 2, they're pretty easy to find. But nonetheless, that was probably my favorite. But the original, or Dynasty Warriors 3 that is, but the original Dynasty Warriors, you know, it's actually incredibly hard. I think I played it recently. I can't remember where I played it. But wow, am I even going to be able to jump down? Let's see if I can jump down on the bridge. No chance. Shahohyo. Yeah, definitely like the character costumes in this. I thought they did a really good job, kind of in particular to the older models. Even the NPCs like Cao Hong, like, I think he looks pretty cool, pretty unique here. But so yeah, back to Dynasty Warriors 1. It's incredibly hard if you haven't played it. I couldn't even get 1 or 2 hits on the person I was fighting, but then again, if you don't know anything about Dynasty Warriors, or Dynasty Warriors Original 1, it's a fighting game, so similar to like Tekken, Street Fighter, things of that nature, but a lot of the players that, or the characters that you can access and play with, they have the weapons. It's not just all fist combat and such, but it's incredibly hard. Can't play it. That's why I'm just jumping straight to here. I'm getting obliterated, but I'm in the main camp. Okay. I mean, bring them all on. I'm in the hot spot. Shahorun. Iconic character. My goodness. Yeah. As I mentioned previously, trying to find health in this game is incredibly difficult. I haven't played it enough to know the sweet spots, but I can definitely tell you they're not at every gate captain. I think they realized, hey, Dynasty Warriors 2 was kind of hard. Maybe we should make 3 just a little bit easier, but still make it ridiculous. Keep the archers. Make sure the archers always are nagging. That was a focus. That's definitely something they talked about. Good grief, they're everywhere. Not in the mood for you, Cow Cow. So. That'll be up for debate. Hey, don't get mad at me. Koei called him Cow Cow literally half of the series, and then they just decided to change it. Whatever. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, in future Dynasty Warriors titles, maybe even Dynasty Warriors 10, I think it would be a cool concept to bring in a little bit more challenging gameplay, but also keep the wide spectrum of the battlefield. Instead of just making it the 1 versus 1,000 method that just is literally sponges, body bags everywhere. You can keep certain entries like that. Like I think keeping Warriors Orochi like that would be good. But the core gameplay of Dynasty Warriors 10, 11, maybe Dynasty Warriors 12 if we even get to that point. Be nice to see. Maybe I can just kind of sneak in here and assassinate. Who is it? Heejin. Maybe I can just get him off the hook real quick. This is very risky. I can't. I'm scared. Speaking of sponges, Lu Bu's pretty much one. This is the first time I've ever played with him, but obviously he's OP. He has to be. He's the strongest character in the game. Yeah, so another thing. Main camp, absolutely no health. This is probably the only pot. Wow. You would never find this in newer Dynasty Warriors titles. Never. Health is so easily accessible, especially even in the 3rd and 4th entries. Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, 5, you can actually get luck. I like how it's kind of a good way to... My gosh, dude, these guys getting health. It's insane. I'm literally scrounging the battlefield looking for health, and they just magically appear with it whenever they want. Make it hard on us, Koei. You didn't care about us back in 2000. Why care about us now? Make us work for it. I know you will and will long. Keep that same energy with Dynasty Warriors, maybe. I don't know. Calrin. Used to be an NPC. Hilarious. Please, someone give me health. Meat bun. Anya. Yeah, I don't... RIP. This should be interesting. No, I can't. I can't fight playable characters right now. I'm too vulnerable. Jin looks vulnerable, but I gotta get out of red. I gotta get out of red health. I'm over here fighting for my life. Good grief. Archers. Still a major issue. Gosh, Cow Cow's just hovering over. See, this is intense, people. If you're watching and you stayed for the duration of this video, wow. I mean, this is literally the first stage of the game. Free mode. I'm with the best player. I'm with the best character, skill-wise, health-wise. I don't think that's up for discussion. I think that's pretty much understood, but I don't know. I would like to consider myself a pretty seasoned Warriors guru. I oftentimes struggle with Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4, however, I have somewhat of items that keep me afloat, but going in here blindly like this is tough. Okay. Wow. Wow, that was completely empty. Alright. I'm afraid this is it. This has got to be just the... What would Lu Bu do? What would Lu Bu do? Lu Bu would just rush to Heejin call him a swine, off with his head, and probably just leave. But now that he's a part of the Yellow Turban, I have no idea. Yeah, just assassinate He Jin at this moment. Get him off his high horse. End this debate. No more Three Kingdoms. Oh, that was about to be nice. That's when I'm getting peppered. Very clear Shahodun wants to smoke. No, no, no. No combos. Wow. Cousins. Cousins, brothers. Who even knows? Good grief. Right. Assassinate He Jin. Horses on deck. Oh my lord. Good grief. Wow. Yes, please. Rage. Did I just get stopped mid-Musou? Mushu? Mushu, you hungry? Dude, what is going on? Another thing that I noticed playing Hulao Gate with Gan Ning. Musou mode. Mushu. I struggle with that word, obviously, but one thing I noticed is you want to advance your troops with the pace that which you're going. An example of this would be, really, finally, thank you. Maybe I can single these guys out. An example would be defeating the officers' lieutenants. That way your troops are able to still advance and not be caught up by an officer. This is really only beneficial in the older games, but I noticed that is very vital in the way that you advance through a battle. Of course, I only have Yellow Turbans and Hulao Gate to go off of, but I think I found my He Jin moment. The assassination of He Jin might just be the title of this video. But yeah, I think that's important. I think that's realistic too. Like, if I just bulldoze through my side of the battle looking for the main officer, that's cool, I get there, there's still troops everywhere, but it should be difficult if I'm deep in enemy territory or if I'm deep in enemy lines. Hence, in cue the phrase, aren't we too far ahead? Again, seasoned Dynasty Warriors fans know exactly what I'm talking about. When your bodyguards are literally like, hey bro, we are kind of far out. Should we, I don't know, either go find reinforcements, go find help? No! Because in newer Dynasty Warriors games after that, you can just easily find health regardless of the situation. But back in these games, you have to search for it, as I'm doing. But Operation Assassination, or Assassinate He Jin, it's finally over. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you enjoyed Lu Bu joining the Yellow Turbans and completely flipping the script of the Three Kingdoms. This is just the tiptoe of that. I will eventually revisit Gan Ning and Hulao Gate, and I would like to probably add a little bit more insight if you guys like this video. I'd like to do commentary in the future. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.